not. I'm glad that you're happiest, kid.
I just haven't had a lot to be happy about these days. He's really not my cousin.
Gotcha.
Oh, Dusty. I'm really glad that you're here with me.
Tell her that the young man we're looking for is my brother, Craig.
Ψάχνουμε να βρούμε ο αδερφό της.
And tell her that he's a very, very special young man. I mean, he's wonderful. And he has a wife at home with a baby, a son.
Ο Craig είναι καλός. Έχει γυναίκα και ένα μικρό παιδί.
And they need him. They love him very much. We all love him.
Είναι πολύ αγαπητός.
And that if she knows anything at all, please tell us. Anything that will help us find him.
Μήπως ξέρεις τίποτα για να μας βοηθήσει να τον βρούμε. I'm sorry, she knows nothing.
Nobody knows nothing on this godforsaken island. Somebody has to know something. What about him, Stavros? Why don't you ask the young boy? Seems to be staring at us so strangely. Why don't you ask him? He might know something about a man having washed up on the beach.
Margot, Stavros said from the beginning that was just a rumor.
It might be true. Ask him, please, Stavros.
Αγόρι μου, περίμενε. Μη φοβάστε. Μόνο θέλω να σε ρωτήσω κάτι. Έχεις ακούσει για κάποιον που τον βρήκε εδώ στην παραλία? Μπορεί να είναι ο αδερφός της. Ξέρεις τίποτα για αυτή την υπόθεση?
Hey, it's coffee break time. How about buying your poor old mother a croissant, huh?
Not until Barbara explains her cracks about Margot.
Barbara didn't mean a thing by it. Come on.
Why shouldn't I fly to Greece?
That's not what I said, Tom.
Fine. I'll be more specific. Tell me why I shouldn't fly to Greece without first warning Margot that I'm coming.
Tom, you're just making a mountain out of a molehill.
Lisa, would you stop with the faces? I am so sick and tired of being put in the middle of this mess.
And what is this mess?
I talked to Kim and Bob last night. I asked them. I told them that someone in the family should tell you what's going on, but obviously no one wants to tell you the truth, Tom, including your own mother.
What is the truth?
While you have been slaving away in Washington, D.C. for the common good, your wife's interest in her best buddy and longtime partner, Hal Munson, has become decidedly more than professional.
The Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Lemon Fresh Joy. Joy gets dishes so clean, they shine. And by Comet. For your modern surfaces, today's Comet. As safe as a liquid, as tough as Comet.
Is it my imagination, or is he absolutely terrified?
Καταλαβαίνεις τι λέω?
Maybe he's just afraid because we're strangers.
No, Al. No, I don't think so. She wasn't terrified. She had tears in her eyes when she was talking to me.
Margot, Stavros said she just lost her only son at sea. Obviously, she identifies with what you're going through.
Αυτό τον άνθρωπο, τον έχεις δει?
Πες τον άνθρωπο.
Όχι, δεν ξέρω τίποτα. Δεν έχω δει κανέναν άνθρωπο. Μπορώ να φύγω τώρα?
Ναι, ευχαριστώ. Άιντε. They know nothing. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Καλησπέρα σας. Addio. I'm sorry. There is one more small island to the south of here. There are only 4 families that live there, but it's our last chance.
Okay, let's go. If we don't find anything, we still have time to get back to the mainland, make arrangements to fly home.
Home?
Margot?
Home?
You asked me this morning to be the one who decides when we've done everything that we could. We have, almost.
One last island?
One more island.
Hal, it's like in many schools.
Hey. Hey, one more island. Don't give up yet.
Don't say one more word, Barbara.
No, Lisa, I think it's about time somebody thought about Tom and all of this.
Now, since when have you given a damn about me, Barbara? Last year you tried to wreck my marriage by trying to make me believe that I'd slept with you one drunken night in New York. Well, that didn't work. So now, you're trying to make me believe that Margot is having some sordid affair over in Greece. Is that it? Well, is she doing this in between searching for Craig and comforting Betsy, huh?
Oh, fine, Tom. I don't care if you believe me or not, but why don't you ask your mother? She knows the whole story.
What story?
This has gone on long enough.
Go ahead. Tell him, Lisa. Margot's made no secrets about this.
Barbara, if you've got something to say, say it.
She has nothing to say.
All I've heard so far is innuendo.
You want fact, Tom? I'll give you some facts. Last winter, after James kidnapped Paul, Hal Munson was assigned to the case, and we became very close. We started seeing each other, and Margot couldn't stand it. She behaved more like a jealous wife than a partner. She started checking up on us, following me. She followed me at night to business meetings, and then went back to Hal and tried to make him believe that I was sleeping with other men. She was obsessed.
She was obsessed because she wanted to protect her good friend. That's all. That's what she told me. She told you the same thing.
And tell Tom what else she told you, Lisa. You don't want to tell him that part, do you? That's fine, I'll tell him. Margot told me that if it weren't for her marriage to you, she'd go after Hal. She'd fight me for him. And you see, Tom, now she's won. And I really don't care if you believe me or not about all this, because Hal's out in Greece. I knew I'd lost when he went to Greece with Margot, and I really don't want to talk about it very much anymore because it still hurts. But I just didn't think it was fair to you for you to go to Greece not knowing what you're getting into. So now you know. I'll be out front.
Mom, is any of this true?
I didn't know that Tom was in town when Margot called last night.
I was surprised to see him myself. How's she doing over there?
Not very well. No trace of Craig anyway.
Tom said something at breakfast this morning about maybe flying over to Greece today.
Well, good. I think it's about time. I wanted to ask you, Andrew's still hanging around with Paul Stenbeck?
Well, I guess they see each other at the yacht club. Andy's a lifeguard there, and all the kids hang out at the pool.
You know, I wish Kim would do a little bit more to try to discourage that relationship.
What can you do, John? Maybe we should just lock him in his room all summer.
Morning. Morning.
Oh, hi. Have you heard anything about Lily?
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm sorry to say about anybody, Lily, but Craig. Anybody.
Well, Holden called last night from a campsite in South Dakota, but he hadn't found Lily yet.
I persuaded Lucinda to go to work this morning. I figured that being busy is better than sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Good morning.
Hi, Meg.
Well, Dr. Dixon, aren't you going to congratulate me?
I'll pass, Meg. I'll talk to you later, all right?
Okay, I'll let you know if there's any news.
Thank you very much.
Chief, you got a second?
Yeah, sure, Kate.
I can't stand that man. It's a good thing Tonio isn't working for Lucinda anymore. That way I don't have to be nice to the boss's husband.
Well, what is Tonio going to do now that he doesn't have a job?
Well, he's going into business for himself. He's looking for backers right now. He had a meeting in Chicago early this morning. Well, he's going to make a big success of it, and I can't wait. Then Lucinda and John and everybody else will just fall all over themselves being nice to us.
I appreciate the offer, but unless we have an emergency, our roster is full, you know. Why don't you just take the rest of your vacation, and at least you can be there for Lila, you know?
Well, that's easier said than done. She spends most of her time at Sierra's house.
Well, I suppose if Sierra needs her,
Well, Sierra's doing fine. Lila won't leave her alone.
I suggest you stop by Sierra's and talk to Lila.
Well, I tried that too, but Lila practically asked me to leave. She doesn't seem to want my help, John.
She may not want it now, but she's going to need it. If they don't find Craig. So take the rest of your vacation. See if you can help her and try to enjoy yourself, okay? Excuse me, man.
See you later.
She's right, Casey. She's right. Lila's gonna need you. Don't let your ego stand in the way just because she can't ask for help.
Now that the board has approved the mural, when can we expect to see some results?
Actually, I've completed the preliminary designs. I'm here to take the final measurements today, and Mrs. Stewart has kindly offered me her cabin, so I'll be able to lay everything out to scale. I should be able to begin sketching on the wall in about 10 days.
Well, I'll tell Rex. I'll keep the board posted.
I saw you talking to Iva. Anything new about Lily?
No, nothing yet. Lucinda's crawling the walls.
The Snyders are frantic as well. How horrible. I wonder if you've lost someone you love.
Okay, thanks. I didn't realize my car was so low on water.
You're more than welcome. Have you had anything to eat?
No, I guess I haven't.
Here, take this. Love will feed the spirit, but the body will starve.
Sounds like something my mom would say. Now I know why Lily trusted you so much. Are you sure they're heading west, not east?
Yeah, because she wouldn't let him take her home, and he wouldn't let her go on alone. So they both decided to go west together.
Okay, I'm gonna find him, all right?
You know, Holden, she's looking for a lot of answers to questions she hasn't even asked yet. Questions she's afraid to ask. Be patient with her. You can't protect her from her own life.
Yeah, but I could be there when she needs me. Look, thanks again, all right? Bye-bye.
The eagle is chasing the rainbow.
You're thinking about what I said about Holden, aren't you?
I was so sure that he was my cousin. That's why I didn't try to reach him in Los Angeles. I thought he knew the whole story and he was keeping it from me. But then I thought to myself, why would he do that? And why would he let things get so serious between us if he knew everything? But then he said that we're not related, but did he know the whole story or didn't he?
Lily, I shouldn't answer these questions. It's just... I promised John that if I found you, I would call him. I'd like to do that.
No,
Lily, it's very important. I should tell him we're okay. He could call Iva and people are very worried about you.
Right. And the Walsh Detective Agency would be out looking for me all over the place. Can I trust anybody these days?
Yes, you can.
Pull over. I'm going to get out right now.
Dad, just stop it. You're being ridiculous. According to the maps, we're reaching a major intersection, and if we go straight, we go to Montana, and if we go south, we go to Wyoming. So what's your decision?
Wyoming. Sounds like a very nice, peaceful...
It is.
Quiet place.
It's great. It's a good place. I've been there.
Wyoming, here we go.
Tom, I think that Barbara is just highly over-exaggerating this whole situation.
So there is a situation between Margot and Hal?
Well, now, I have seen something, yes, of course. I mean, now, when you went to Washington, you left Margot here. She was very shaky. She had this ridiculous idea that she was a failure as a wife, as a mother, as a woman.
Mom, why do you think I took that job in Washington? Because I couldn't stand to see Margot hurting so much. Even I felt I was responsible. By the time I got there and finally got some perspective on things, I realized how far apart we'd grown, but it was too late. I couldn't back out. I told you I was working 15, sometimes 18 hours a day, and half the time on top secret stuff. I couldn't even tell Margot where I was, but every time I tried to get home, there was some new crisis. I begged them to find a replacement for me. They couldn't find one, and when this thing happened with Craig, I just resigned. I left.
Oh, darling, if Margot could just hear this.
Mom, I tried to tell her when she came to visit me, but we were such strangers that we couldn't even communicate.
You said that you'd seen a therapist.
I tried therapy. The job got in the way of that, too. I had to cancel half my appointments.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if you and Margot could just talk out your problems and work them out in therapy?
I think Margot has found her own kind of therapy.
No, oh, no, no, Margot, she was very lonely, darling. She was lonely, and she felt rejected.
And so Hal was there. He was just there to fill the bill, I guess.
Now, wait just a minute. We both know that Barbara is very, very jealous of Margot. And when Hal went to Greece, I mean, that was just the last straw for Barbara. We don't know what really went on or is going on over there, now do we?
I guess we don't. Mom, I love you, and I appreciate what you're trying to do. I do. But deep down, you agree with Barbara, don't you?
What are you going to do, darling?
Well, I don't know. But I'm damn well gonna do something. That I guarantee you. I'll talk to you later.
Oh dear. And what am I going to do? Hello, this is Lisa Mitchell. Is Dr. Hughes there? No, please don't page him. I'll come over there and see him in person. Thank you.
Well, Tom just left without saying goodbye. Shall I expect the silent treatment from you as well?
No, Barbara, no. I think I'm going to thank you.
For what?
For being your mean-spirited self. And for being selfish enough to tell Tom everything about Hal and Margot. Maybe one day Margot will thank you herself.
Listo. Sure you don't want anything other than coffee?
Where's Stavros?
He's, showing Craig's picture to some of the local fishermen.
What's the point? It's over, isn't it?
You did everything you could, Margot.
Except find Craig. Do they have a phone on this island?
No, it's even more primitive than Libya.
Guess we'll have to wait till we reach the mainland. I want to call Betsy and tell her to get ready. We're flying out tonight.
Listen, why don't we fly out in the morning? It'll give you more time.
To do what? Think about what I'm going to tell Sierra and Mama.
You want me to tell him?
No. No, they have a right to hear it from me in person.
It's gonna be hard on you.
Will you be there?
Yes.
You know, as long as we had hope, we had something to cling to. And now we all have, we only have Brian. A sweet little boy. Craig loved him so much. Oh, God.
I'll be there for you, Margot. Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Can I hold that tape measure or do something to help you?
No, thank you, Father. I think I've got it. I can't wait to begin the stage runs. I think perhaps I'll motor up to the Stewart's cabin tonight.
Tonight? I thought you were having dinner with Colin.
I'm afraid that won't work out.
Interesting. You know, things have really been going well for you. You seem to have a lot of confidence in yourself. All of a sudden, that confidence disappears when Colin's name is mentioned.
I don't know. Perhaps that's because he's so sure of himself. When we were involved back in England, he was always telling me what to do, how to think, feel. I was a puppet, and he was like a puppet master, pulling my strings.
Well, that was Sabrina Fullerton. I get the feeling that Sabrina Hughes wouldn't allow her strings to be pulled.
Sabrina Hughes isn't about to find out.
Are you afraid of Colin?
That's what Colin thinks. I don't know, maybe I am. There's something about him. I always end up being less in control than I want to be. And he knows it. I think he even likes it.
Seems to me that there's some unfinished business between you two. Maybe it should be resolved, and then you'd be free to move on and be with someone else.
Resolve it? How?
Well, I guess the only way to find that out is not to run away from it, but to face the situation. Listen, you're a different person now. You're a working artist. You've got a family who'll go to bat for you. It might be interesting to see Colin from that perspective.
Yes, it might. You're a wise man.
High praise coming from my daughter.
Of course she's going to say that she doesn't need you. Otherwise, it would be like admitting that Craig's not going to be found.
I never thought of that.
When you're really scared, that's when you can't handle sympathy.
Well, how would you know? You've never been scared of anything, have you?
Well, that's not true, Casey. I was 12 years old when my parents got divorced. Sat between them in a judge's chamber while they divided up my life. And I was terrified that it was somehow all my fault.
Well, you were a kid. That's a little different.
Well, now I'm terrified I'm fail as a doctor.
Oh, come on. You're brilliant at what you do. You know that. Everybody knows that.
It only takes one mistake, Casey. We're dealing with life and death. But that's not what really terrifies. What I'm most afraid of is failing as a woman.
Well, thanks for the insight on Lila.
You know, Margot Hughes hurt me more than you ever have with all of your put-downs. She told me that I was a spoiler, that I set out to destroy other people's relationships because I wasn't capable of having one of my own. I don't know, maybe Margot was right. And that really terrifies me.
Well, Margot's been going through a rough time. You know,
but
I mean...
how do I prove to myself that she was wrong?
I don't know. Tom, hi, how you doing?
Hey,
it's good to see you. You're back.
Yeah.
Does Lila know you're here?
I haven't been able to track her down yet.
Oh, she's probably over at Sierra's.
Oh, good. I'll try to find her there. I'd like to see Sierra, too, as soon as I talk to Dad.
Well, God, it's good seeing you.
It's good to see you. Thanks.
Well, since Casey's obviously not going to introduce us, hello, I'm Dr. Taylor Baldwin.
Well, hello, I'm Tom Hughes. It's nice to meet you.
The Tom Hughes? Well, well.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes the grease out of your way, and by new April Fresh Downy, now bursting with a new fluffy softness. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Can I talk to you for a minute? My class doesn't start until 12.
Oh, sure, why not? I can't seem to get any work done anyway.
Lily, huh? You know, I owe you an apology.
For what?
Well, I've always resented the big deal you made out of an outsider while ignoring your little sister.
Meg,
Hey, I understand, really I do. Must have been really rough on you to keep that information from Lily. So you did what you could, right?
I guess so.
I think she's really very lucky. I think she'll finally realize that when she comes home.
Yeah, if she does come home.
Come on now, have a little faith. That's what Mama keeps saying.
Yeah, but you know, Meg, the funny thing is faith and trust, that they usually go hand in hand, and once a trust is broken, it's really, really very difficult to put things right again.
Why, because you didn't tell her you were her mother right away?
Yeah.
Well, from what I understand, everybody surrounding Lily knew about it or knew parts of it and kept it from her. Even Holden.
I know.
Not Dusty, right? Huh, I wonder if that'll make a difference with Lily. I bet it will. And I don't understand relationships sometimes. I really don't. I thought if two people just loved one another, that was enough. Welcome to the real world, Meg. Oh, but why isn't it enough? Why can't two people just love one another and be happy and just accept one another for what they are?
Hey, Meg, are you happy?
Of course I'm happy. I'm the happiest woman in the whole world. No, I take that back. I'll be the happiest woman in the whole world as soon as you find Lily.
Okay, you want to tell me the truth now? Hello?
Iva, it's Holden.
Have you found Lily?
No, nothing yet, but I'm getting closer. Dusty and Lily stayed at an Indian reservation last night.
Dusty?
Yeah, he found her first.
Well, at least she's not alone out there anymore.
Listen, Iva, if it hadn't been for Dusty, I would have caught up to her a long time ago. But the Indian woman that I talked to told me that they're headed west.
West to where?
That's a good question. Right now, I'm in this town called Buckhorn, which has the only gas station within 150 miles. So Dusty stopped here, too, and he picked up a map of Wyoming.
Wyoming?
Yeah, it's a big state, Iva, and I haven't the foggiest idea as to where they're headed. But I'm going to find them, and when I do, Dusty's going to regret that he didn't take my advice and just go back to Harvard.
Now, Holden, listen to me. The last thing that Lily needs right now is for you to be jealous and possessive. Now, you just try to find her. And when you do, just try to get her to understand and try to get her to forgive us.
Wyoming even smells different.
It's buffalo grass.
Yeah, right.
Lily, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What's going to happen when and if Holden catches up with us?
That depends.
On?
Well, I'll ask him if he knows the whole story.
What if he does?
That changes a lot of things.
You sure you're ready for more changes right now?
Do I have any choice?
So that's Margot's missing husband?
Yeah, I thought he was on his way straight over to Greece.
Wonder what he ever saw in a woman like Margot.
Oh, come on, give her a break. She's okay. If you want to talk about a relationship, she and Tom used to have something.
Past tense? Well, I better get back to the lab. Listen, remember what I said about Lila. Don't misinterpret the signal she's giving you. Fear isn't the same thing as rejection.
I got the message. See ya.
Sabrina.
Hello.
I hear that you're doing a mural for the hospital.
Oh, Casey. Oh, I am so
That's all right,
sorry.
that's all right.
I didn't mean to kill you.
It's okay.
How's Lila?
She's okay. She's hanging in there. Buy a thread. I'm on my way over to Sierra's right now to see her.
Oh, well, give both of them my love.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good seeing you. I'm gonna have this looked at.
Yeah, look where you're going next time. Tom, I had no idea you were going to be here. Your new secretary said I would find you right here. Hi, Sabrina.
Hello.
Well, this is a surprise. Have you had a chance to talk
Not
to
yet.
Bob?
Okay. Well, I've finished my measurements, so I'll be going. Tom, I know that this is a difficult time for Margot. I do hope that they find Craig and that she comes home soon.
I hope so, too. Thanks for your kind thoughts.
Okay. Father, I'll see you later. Thank you for your advice.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm Lisa.
Bye, darling.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Dad, I pretty much know everything that's going on between Margot and Hal.
Well, Barbara,
Now,
you see,
wait a minute. I've heard a few things, too, and it's all secondhand. You know, Barbara and Margot have this thing between them.
That may be true, Dad, but from what Barbara says...
Forget what Barbara says. If you have a problem with your wife is the one you talk to about it.
Well, look who's back.
Do you think Margot's gonna recognize you?
So are you back for good or what?
Yes, John, I'm back for good.
Good. I understand you planning on flying to Greece?
Matter of fact, I have a flight this afternoon.
I think that's a very good idea. Margot could use all the support she can get. Did you call her? Did you tell her you're coming?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
Look, I've tried. I haven't been able to get in touch with her. I've left a dozen messages. The one time I was able to get through to her, she told me not to come.
Well, maybe she feels you don't want to take time out of your busy schedule.
Oh, please.
Right. What do you expect her to say? You hardly find the time to come up here on weekends, let alone fly to Greece. You're her husband. You have responsibilities, for crying out loud.
Johnny, can't you stay out of this?
She's my daughter. You are my son-in-law. I am concerned about their marriage.
We're all concerned about their marriage, but this isn't helping anyone.
Well, what do you suggest we do? Just pretend everything is okay? Excuse me.
Ah, poor Johnny's never had good timing.
I can't quite disagree with what he had to say.
Yeah, well, I can disagree with the way he said it. You didn't need that.
I'm not sure, Dad. Maybe he's right. I'm going to try Margot one more time. I'll be back.
I'm very sorry, Betsy. There was no trace of Craig. I know, but Hal's right. There's really nothing more that we can do here. Look, the copter that we hired is waiting to take us to Larsa Airport, and if we leave within the next hour, we can catch that connection from Athens to O'Hare. Okay. I'm sorry. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry. If I may use your telephone.
Oh, yes, please, sir. Oh, Hal, I think we failed so badly. Betsy was so devastated, and I can only imagine what Mama and Sierra are going to be feeling.
Yeah.
How much do we owe Stavros?
It's all figured out. That's it. Right there. He's gonna continue to check with all the local hospitals, and will also keep an ear open around the out islands and see if any strangers have showed up.
That's right. Stavros. The Americans are going home today.
Home. I guess this is it.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to thank you, Barbara, for being mean-spirited and selfish enough to tell Tom all about Margot and Hal.
Problems? Debbie told me you were back here. Am I interrupting a creative moment?
No, you are a welcome relief to a moment of blatant self-pity. You got my message, I see. I have a dress that I think that you would absolutely love. It's a sample from the holiday line that I decided not to include in the line, and I couldn't think of anyone else who could wear it except you. So it really is one of a kind.
Oh.
You like?
I love it.
Good. Well, why don't you go give it a try in the dressing room?
Actually, I wanted to ask you something anyway. I was just at the hospital and met Margot's husband, Tom Hughes. Very polite and very attractive. But he seemed somewhat distracted.
Well, I'm not surprised with a wife like Margot. He's probably called straight over to the hospital to talk to Bob, and my name will once again be mud with the family. Huh.
Well, what's he going to tell Bob?
Margot's just causing some problems.
She seems to be an expert at that.
Mm-hmm. And this time, I think she's finally going to get hers, and I want a ringside seat.
Well, I'll join you. Especially if Tom Hughes is going to be anywhere around. How did crazy Margot manage to end up with such an incredibly attractive husband?
Well, the point is that she won't be able to hold on to him much longer. At least not after the fireworks start.
Really? Well, I've always enjoyed fireworks.
Got anything special?
Everything's special here, honey. Steak and eggs is real good.
Sounds good to me.
Some of the roadside truck stop places I've been in, I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. Where do they get their business? What do you think?
Probably from truck drivers, tourists,
Yeah.
people going to parks.
I think I better fix myself up so I look good for this job.
I wouldn't even bother.
Why?
Because they want couples.
So, we're a couple.
Lily, married people.
Well, it's worth a try, right? I'll be right back.
What can I get you, friend?
Oh, hi. We will start off with 2 coffees. I'll have a cheeseburger, and my friend Lily will order for herself.
Lily, huh?
Yes.
Pretty name for a pretty girl.
Operator, yes, I'd like to make a collect person-to-person call from Dusty Donovan to Dr. John Dixon, please.
May I?
Well, sure, but I'm not very good company.
Who is?
There you are. You have a long-distance phone call.
Maybe it's somebody who's...
Yeah, I'm gonna go too.
You can say thank you.
Yes, hello, Doctor. Yes, I'll accept the charges. Put them on. Dusty!
Hi, John, I can't talk right now. I just wanted to let you know Lily's okay.
Then you found her. Where are you?
I can't tell you... John, she'd kill me if she even knows I'm speaking with you, okay? I know everyone's very worried about her.
That's an understatement. When are you bringing her home?
She doesn't want to come home. She's very confused right now. She's afraid everyone's going to storm her with explanations. She doesn't want that. She needs to just think for herself a while.
What is she planning to do?
She would like to get a job. She wants to get her head straight. John, it's very important to her.
I realize that, Dustin, but I've got to tell Lucinda.
Don't do that, because Lucinda's gonna send her detectives here. John, I don't know what Lily will do if she finds out about that. Just call the detectives off, the cops, everything. Anyone else who's looking for Lily, call them off.
Dustin, you sound like me last summer. Now, I'm gonna tell Iva.
I gotta go. Goodbye.
Dustin, hold on.
Is Lily okay? Is she all right?
Wait a minute. Yeah, Isabella. Isabella, that call I just got, it was a collect call. Can you tell me where it came from? Yeah, I'll hold. Yeah, Dusty found her. She seems to be a little shaky. She wants to stay there and get a few things straightened out until... Yes, Isabella. Where in Wyoming? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. They're in Lance Creek, Wyoming. Dustin says she wants to get a job, stay there and work a few things out. She still sounds pretty shaky.
Well, I guess she needs some time alone. At least we know that she's okay.
Yeah, listen, don't worry about her. I mean, Dustin's going to take good care of her. He cares about her an awful lot, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Have you tried to get a hold of Margot?
Yes, I have. From Dad's office, the lines have been busy for the last hour, and I can't stand here talking to you or I'm going to miss my
Well, then
flight.
you know how serious the situation is.
I think I do. I've been filled in by Mom and Dad about everything with a little help from Barbara.
Then you know that Margot has been to see Ambrose Bingham. She asked him to start in with divorce proceedings.
Even close my stupid suitcase and can't find my brother. I can't do anything. Oh, I can't do anything right.
Oh, honey, I am so sorry that you have had to come so far to lose so much. I wish that I could help you.
Thank God I found you. Thank God.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Menswear by Barney's New York. Authentic craftwork courtesy of the American Indian Community House. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns.